anymore. And you talking about the country people being in bad, serious trouble. You no longer could get an ambulance, no longer have a way to get to work. This country be in world trouble.
Well, petrochemicals is a lot more than that. You wouldn't have any plastics. You wouldn't have anything. Just think about it. If you didn't have any plastics, that would be a major right there. But there's a lot of things you wouldn't have if you shut down the petrochemical industry because of your stupidity.
Yeah, I heard the other day, I forgot how much it was. It was over $1 billion, I think, that they would go put in charging stations. They started 2 years ago, and I heard that they only had 8 put in now.
Yeah, that was Biden's job. He spent the money, but I don't know where.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't for no charging station.
Yeah, it was hundreds of millions, or maybe another billion. I don't know. But he didn't. Yeah, eight is what he got installed.
Well, they're not using any common sense.
In a week, could put one in a day.
I double with you. What'd you say?
Said you or I could have done that and put in one a day. 8 of them you got done a week and could have gotten them all in a week.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, it wouldn't be all that big of a deal. A lot of other projects that a lot more than that get done real quick. But that's when I say they're not really serious about doing the right thing, and that's not necessarily the right thing. But if they're going to have electric cars, they need to get a place and a way to fuel them up quick.
Yeah, or change the source. But right now they're getting the hydrogen-powered vehicles. They're up and running with them. They got some in the GM, and Toyota's already building some, and our friend Elon's going to build some too. I think I saw that on YouTube, but I don't trust YouTube that much. But they were showing him as not him saying it, but the potential of them having a hydrogen-powered car. He did, and they said he took back. He used to call them fuel cells on hydrogen instead of fuel cells. And he said, now I'm having to take all that back, but I don't know if he actually said it.
Well, I say that would be a better way, but I think that wouldn't. You sent me that time about the guy that was building those where you could put the exhaust and all back in and turn it into water and run the thing with more efficiency. I think that's more of an idea that might work in the long term than any of them.
I'm not sure if that was real. There was no science mentioned that made it happen, and I couldn't figure it out. So I sent it to you and Lee, and hopefully you can figure it out. But I couldn't figure out how it actually worked. Or if you put electric plates like a battery into water and get enough voltage on it, you'll produce oxygen and hydrogen.
Right, the water's H2O, so it'll produce that. But they had some kind of a system of recirculation, and I've said all along, if they say CO2 is the problem, some smart engineer would figure out a way to capture that from the tailpipe and either store it or reuse it. And their theory was to reuse it, and that way refuel the car or the vehicle anymore.
Ooh.
Was there somebody in there that came your way? They were awfully weak wherever.
I guess they're tuning up. This is N4MGA.
I don't know, it just seems like to me that probably some guy in his garage will invent something like the guy that when they started inventing the gasoline engines. Somebody will invent something that's even better.
Well, if they have an electrolysis box device and route the exhaust through it to drop out all the liquids, and then make that back into oxygen and hydrogen again and keep and recirculate it, that should work.
Well, that's what I say. It'll be something similar to that, you know, and they'll work it out. It'll be more efficient, but I'm not so sure CO2 is causing all the problem anyway. I think they'll still find that they got a lot of problems, weather problems after that. I think it's the mass population, no matter what.
Yeah, well, like I said, if they make batteries more efficient than what they are, and that would have to come up, 1,000% or better. And you had in 1985, Popular Science, I think it said the quarter size battery would be like a car battery now. Well, actually, it said it'd be, in 10, 20 years. But anyway, done past that, we hadn't done it, so we haven't done our job, Bob.
Well, it's kind of hard to think of how they could have that kind of fuel in such a small power in there in such a small thing. And really, I don't think the battery itself is a real answer, because right now they still have to use all kind of chemicals and all kind of minerals to make those batteries, and then the batteries are not got a long life no matter what, and they're going to be expensive. I think it's got to go with some type of fuel cell or something.
Yeah, a different kind of energy, and well, even the Jeeps back in the day, those Jeeps that had service, you probably know what they were. I'm not sure what they were, but they'd run on anything that would burn.
Yeah, those old, most of them were old Ford and Willis Jeeps made during the war.
Yeah, Continental Gold Seal engine, wasn't it?
I don't remember what the engine was, but the old Jeeps, when I was over in Japan, they used to be able to take a charcoal burner and get enough fumes to run a car and be in the trunk of the thing, and they'd run it off charcoal.
I've heard of that before. Is that the sappy wood?
Well, it's it's been burned, and then it's got some fumes and stuff from it. But as I say, I think maybe the fumes could be useful as something else.
Well, I'm sure a lot of that's going on in some of these processing plants where, they could generate their own heat with the residue they have, and they used to burn off natural gas and not even use it way back before it was used.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that too. I heard about it, read about it. Anyway, this is KB Way.
N4MGA.
I still don't see very many signals on here.
No, not any hardly at all. I thought I saw one, but up from us, but that wasn't good enough, I guess.
Well, I just saw one when you were talking. There's just a little bit below.
Okay, there's two below us then. I see one at, let's see, I'm 200 kilohertz wide, and I see one down about 40 kilohertz below us. Make that 35 kilohertz.
Yeah, we got one about 7215 down there.
Okay, well, I hope they're not bothering us.
No, they're not bothering us. At least they're not bothering me.
Yeah, they're fine. Anyway, it's amazing. But the stupidity of the energy and the waste of energy and processes of it, and then if we actually realize there's something else other than, well, like the sun. I hate to say it, but that's the most energy you'll ever see.
W1CP.
Hey, George, W1CP, KB Way. How you doing today?
Doing okay, y'all. Everything's fine. Been to a radio meeting. We've been real busy lately, but life is good. How y'all doing, over?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. We was just discussing power sources, electric cars, and all kind of stuff like that. AI. That's about it. Georgia is kind of